Hello student, alright, myself Saurabh Singh, and today I am teaching you a topic which is very important for NEET and JEE exam, that is phasor diagram, right? So what is phasor diagram? Just to understand the concept, because that concept is actually useful for when we talk about the sinusoidal function. Sinusoidal means that contains sine and cos function, right? Just understand the concept actually. So we have the Cartesian coordinate system like this. This represent sine theta, that is sine function, minus sine, cos and the minus cos. Or you can say plus x for sine, minus x for minus sine, and plus y for cos, and minus yx is for minus cos, right? So that means this thing that you have to learn, that you have to keep in your mind. So sine, minus sine, cos, and what? Minus cos. Now look at this one. Apart from this, one more thing that you should learn it. If you are moving from these reference line to anti-clockwise manner, that means we have to use a positive sign in between the angle, and when you are going to move from clockwise manner, that means you have to take a negative sign between the angles. This is the sign convention that we are going to use in our equations, right? So how this concept is actually useful for NEET and JEE exam. So we will take an example, a very simple example. If we have equation like y1 is equal to 5 sine theta, y1 is equal to what? 5 sine theta, right? So now first draw a phasor diagram for this equation. So clearly it is a sinusoidal function and this contains sine theta. So for this sine theta, so where is sine theta? This is the sine theta. So positive x-axis. That means this line actually represents sine theta. And one more thing, 5 is written over there. So what is 5? This is the maximum value, or you can say it is a peak value, right? So we will mention only the peak value in the phasor diagram. So 5 will draw over there, right? Like this. So y1 is equal to what? 5. So this is the phasor diagram of this equation. Now we'll take one more example. If we have equation like this, 20 cos theta plus 45. Another example, 20 cos theta plus 45. Now look at this one. What is the sign between the two angles? This is plus. So plus for what? Plus for anti-clockwise. That means we have to move anti-clockwise manner from the line of cos theta, right? So from the line of cos theta, we will move anti-clockwise manner up to what angle? Up to 45. So what would be the phasor diagram of this equation? So that would be something like, so this is, where is cos theta? This is cos theta. So cos theta, this is cos theta. Now plus for anti-clockwise. So we have to move from this cos theta to 45 degree in an anti-clockwise direction. So something like this, anti-clockwise, up to what? 45. Once you reach at 45, just stop it. So this is what? This is the vector notation or the phasor diagram of this equation. So now the maximum value is not 5, it is 20. So we will use 20. y2 is what? 20, and this angle is 45. Getting my point? So this is for 20. Now this is y2, and this is a phasor equation, or you can say phasor diagram of this equation, right? So if you know the phasor equation, you can convert into a simple sinusoidal function as well. Once you are able to understand what is the phasor diagram of this particular case, then you can easily convert. Now let's take another example. Alright, so we have an equation 4 sine theta and 4 cos theta, and we have to add these sinusoidal function. Sinusoidal means sine and cos function. So this is sine, this is cos. So these are the sinusoidal function. So y is equal to what? Y is equal to y1. So what is this? 4 sine theta, and y2, which is 4 cos theta. Now we have to add this equation. Now we have several formula to solve this particular equation in mathematics. That is using sine theta cos theta, a sine theta plus b cos theta, something like this. But these formula are quite tough to understand. That's why we will use this phasor diagram, right? And if the equation is more complex, because this is one of the simple example that we are taking over here, but if we talk about the more complex example, then this phasor diagram will be very helpful for that case, right? So 4 sin theta plus 4 cos theta. Now what the concept that we are using? Phasor diagram. So when you are using this concept, that means the two things that you have to learn, A and B. A is draw phasor, and the B part is use vector concept. That means first draw the phasor and then apply vector in order to solve this kind of equations. So first draw the phasor. So what is this? Y1 is 4 sin theta. So 4 sin theta is basically positive x-axis. So that is y1. So what is the peak value of y1? Of course it is 4. So we write y1 is equal to 4. Now what is y2? 4 cos theta. So what is the maximum value of y2? Again answer is 4. So 4 cos theta. Cos theta is positive y-axis. So we will draw like this. So y2 is equal to what? 4. Now this is 4 and this is 4. Right. How the vector can be solved? Using the formula r is equal to under root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. So what is the angle between the two vectors? Of course it is 90. So the resultant for the 90 is under root a square plus b square only. This is the concept, right? For the two vectors having 90 degree with each other. So this is y2 4, y1 4. So what is the resultant for that? So resultant, if you calculate using these values, the resultant is 4 root 2. And what is the angle between the resultant and the positive x-axis? Of course the resultant would be like this. So this is the you can say this will divide this 90 degree into two equal parts. That is 45. That is also 40. So this is the resultant, and the value of this resultant is 4 root 2. Now if you know the resultant 4 root 2 and this is the combination, this is the combination of these two independent equations. That means either you draw this line or you can draw the two different lines, right? So what is this? 4 root 2. Now what is the answer? So if you know the phasor diagram, then you can easily predict the equation of that particular diagram. So the resultant is, this is 4 root 2. 4 root 2 is the maximum value into. Now if we are using sine theta as a reference line, so 4 root 2 sine theta. Now if we are moving like this, so what is this? 45. So 45 in what? The positive angle, that is in anti-clockwise manner. So we will use plus 45. This is the final answer. If you are taking this is a reference line. Now since 4 root 2 is actually lies in the first quadrant, so there are two reference lines that we have. One for sine, another for cos. Now what is the answer if you are using this is a reference line? So this is another possibility of answer, 4 root 2 into cos. Now theta, if you look at this one, so this is cos theta. So resultant actually lie at the 45 degree from this cos theta. And the sense of rotation is what? This is what? Clockwise. So for clockwise we have to take minus sign. Minus and the angle that we use here 45. So final answer is this, right? So we have the two answer for this kind of question, 4 root 2 sine theta plus 45, 4 root 2 cos theta minus 45, and the both options are correct actually. So if the question if the options only one option is given in the question option, that means either this or this, then you can take one of them. If the two options are given in the question, these are the two options given in the question, then the both options are the correct one. And there are four concepts where we will use this. One is alternating current, wave optics, and the simple harmonic motion, SHM, right? So I hope it is clear to you. Thank you.